But I understand there were some outstanding HD imagery that came down of the space station as we did the fly around, and we're looking forward to seeing it. And you're going to see a lot more of it as we incorporate that into future missions more steadily. From a mission perspective, photo TV hasn't ended yet. In fact, for a lot of folks, it's just beginning. So thanks in advance to the folks who are going to do all the image processing, the folks who will put the movies together. And for the real important part, especially for every mission, is the engineering teams that are going to look at those pictures, particularly the footage Joe took of the radiators, the pictures Joe took of the UCAS, as well as the image we did of the fly around. That's really useful information, and the engineering team are going to be looking at those pictures and come up with good ideas how to solve problems and prevent them in the future. The other part of this trip that was rather interesting was having 2 teachers on board for a space shuttle mission and have them do a spacewalk together. We hope that becomes commonplace, and we're really honored to be able to do that. But there's a huge education community within NASA that really does a good job of exciting kids about careers in math and science. They might not end up doing what we're doing, they might not end up doing what you're doing, but they're going to do great things with that background. And so I'd like to really thank all the education folks at all the centers, at NASA headquarters, here at Johnson Space Center, particularly the folks in the Teaching from Space office who are just downstairs from us. They've done a lot of great work for STS-118, 119, and every mission that's going to be coming forward, particularly with the space station going up to a 6-person crew. So special thanks to them, and also a special thanks to our nation's school teachers. Joe and I were very proud and very honored to carry your dreams with us. So thanks.
This was a wonderful mission for me. I was initially surprised to be assigned to it almost a year and a half ago. Delighted to be on it and proud to have been on it. And for you, the taxpayers of America, when you look up in that night sky and see that space station, you should be proud of what you've helped build. You know, our job as astronauts is to operate a spacecraft. But I know there are a lot of you in this hangar today who also operate a spacecraft from the ground. You do the same thing we do, that's support the mission, and you just do it with different tools and from a different place. And I'd like to recognize some of the groups. First is the Mobile Servicing System team. Now, the Mobile Servicing System is the overall system of robotics on board the station, and we get to drive the Canadarm2 and the newer robot Dexter a little bit. And while we were doing it, of course, there's a team of people on the ground who are also doing some driving. They move the railroad car. They sometimes drive the arm itself. They write the procedures we follow. They teach us how to run those procedures. And while we're driving, they monitor what we're doing, and most importantly, they catch our mistakes. So thanks very much to the robo team. Our lead robo was Andrew Clem, and your team supported us and wrote great procedures and set up the arm, operated the arm for us and the related systems in such a way that we are able to install that truss without any problems. A team that rarely gets much recognition is our local area network or computer network team. And the computers, if they work great, they're wonderful. And if you have problems with them, they can really kind of trash your schedule. And ours worked great. Our network was rock solid from start to finish. And this didn't just happen by accident. It was because we had some smart, hardworking engineers who designed the hardware, our network, put the right software on it, and trained us how to use it. So thank you very much to the computer guys. Now, a lot of my own job on orbit was related to habitability and stowage and transfer, and just another sort of unsung task. And there are a lot of people on the ground who made this aspect of our flight successful by writing a very detailed plan. In this business, the devil is in the details, and they had a wonderful plan. They were diligent in sticking to it, but flexible enough to change it when changes come along. So thanks very much to the habitability, stowage, and transfer people, in particular Liz Antognoli, our transfer person. Now, I speak for the whole crew in saying that one of the undisputed highlights of the mission was deploying those solar array wings. They're beautiful, and what you may not know is that there's a very long procedure to deploy the solar array wings, but we as a flight crew only do maybe 10 or 20% of it. Most of the steps are done by the Falcon team on the ground in mission control. And they had a wonderful plan, carried it out to perfection, and enabled us to deploy a solar array wing, 2 solar array wings, one of which had been in the box for 8 years without any problem. So thanks very much to the entire Falcon team, and in particular to Nancy Rustemeyer, who wrote a good plan and showed us how to carry it out. And then finally, thanks very much for your love and support to my family, my wife Laura, my son Tim, and my daughter Allie. Thanks very much.
Well, hello everybody, I'm back. And Expedition 18 was a very full mission. We got a lot done for the station assembly, and we got a lot done for the payloads. And I really hope that everyone had fun at the same time. I know I did. And I was trying to think of what I could say today, and I just reached a wall. It's like, how can you say thanks to the tens of thousands of people all over the world who contribute to this mission? How can you adequately express the appreciation that you feel for the hard work that everyone, the dedication that everyone puts into their job that they do, all of the sacrifices that you make on a daily basis, on a weekly basis? There are lots of people who gave up holidays to come in and work on the exercise equipment, and that was just huge. We can't express our appreciation for that. It's just too big. It was really one of the neatest things to be on orbit, and I talked about this at the last DPC. Of course, flying in space is fun. It's great. It's a unique experience. But what you sense up there is you're sort of the pinnacle of the mountain, that you've got all these people everywhere supporting you, and you feel that sense of team. You touch everybody all over the world who's working in the space program because of their passion for exploration and the need to go out and expand the human technology and human frontiers. And you see that up on the station because you talk to people in countries all over the world. And that was just so special to see that and to feel that community that we're all a part of. And when we flew away from the station, I was looking at it and I realized, we did that. We as human beings, each one of us here in this room contributed to that. And we were lucky enough as we flew away to see it. And it just boggles the mind. You think about, you go to a meeting every day and you're sitting there going, okay, fine, can we just end this and get on with our lives, and you just want it to be over. But it's all very important. And when you put all of those many meetings together and you put all of those bigger meetings together and all those international meetings together, at the end you have a space station, now fully powered thanks to these guys. Now we're going to go to 6 people on board. And what's next? Where are we going to go? This was only 10 years to get this station up. That's an eye blink in terms of the space program. Where are we going to be 10 years from now, 20 years now, 50 years from now? And it's all because of the work that you guys are doing. And I think it was very special for me to see that in person, live as I flew away, to see the work, the outcome of all your hard work. And so I can't adequately express my thanks, but I'm trying to do that. It was a great experience, and I'm hoping to share with as many of you as possible, as much as I can, the experience of being on orbit. On a more personal note to the Sheltons, I was at Capcom for a few years, and when I first got introduced to the flowers when they showed up, it was very touching to know that there were people out there who were thinking of us and appreciating the work that we do as an organization. We don't get a lot of coverage in the news, and we go out and talk to people, and they're very excited about what we're doing. But to be actively supporting the program like that, it was very special. So thank you so much for that, and it was very nice. And I'll end on a personal note as well. To my family, my mom, who's here representing them, she's one of my best friends. I couldn't have done the mission without their support, and I've seen a lot of my friends in the crowd as well. You've helped me in the ways that you don't even know, and it was all made possible through the efforts of the Psych Support Group, and we had some great support there, and they're a very vital part of the mission as well. So thank you all very much, and it's nice to be back.